The red button was pressed. Tens of thousands of explosions lit up the world. A bunch of glowing missiles raced towards the planet's key points, destroying major cities, military objects, and transport hubs. But while yesterday's megacities turned to dust, hundreds of small settlements were given a chance to survive.
Well, this is quite interesting, huh? Hello everyone and welcome to a game called Nuclear Day, a very promising mobile game. Now, whenever I do these types of videos, usually the mobile games are either very bad or unplayable, but this one is actually impressive. I cannot lie, I played it for the first time ever and I cannot lie, I was very impressed at how good the game truly is. At first, it may not look that good, but after playing it for a while, I can tell that this game is pretty great. Now, after playing this game myself, I've come to the conclusion that this game will be loved by some people and will be hated by others, because this game is more of a story type game instead of a survival based one. Okay, but do not get me wrong, as obviously this game does contain some survival aspects, as you still need to actually search for the items you need and scavenge for food and materials and tools. But obviously, if you don't follow along the story, you will not be able to continue on your adventure and unlock new areas. But this game does contain some puzzles and other objectives that you need to do, like side quests and other stuff like this. Now, the game also contains a few sneaking missions where you will not be given any hints and you will need to experiment in order to progress, as obviously you are in a survival situation and you do not know what is going to happen. So you have to experiment. You will die a few times, but you will be able to progress, as it is quite clear, or relatively clear, what the game wants you to do. This game also encourages the player to be quite efficient and thoughtful about the decision they are making, because obviously when you're stuck in such a dreadful situation, every minute counts. And obviously the game can be quite boring when it comes to scavenging stuff, but in order for you to actually survive, you will need to find everything, as everything you find on your way is gonna be important later on. And for you guys who love gore and horror, this game is quite perfect for you, as it does contain some pretty horrific scenes, like under the hospital. There are plenty of patients dead just laying there. Now obviously for a lot of you guys, you've probably seen worse. I've obviously seen worse, but for some of you it may be exciting, and obviously there's a ton of lore to watch out for. Now obviously there's a few things that I didn't quite like about the game, and it was the fact that sometimes when you're looking for items, you will have to search a whole area. Maybe you left it in a cupboard somewhere, maybe in a small drawer, you never know, but you will need the item. So sometimes it can get confusing, but it's quite simple. What I actually really liked about the game is how they use simple concepts and make it complex, as sometimes the solution can be very clear and sometimes it can be very complex. Like in this one, it's very simple. You just turn off the light so that your shadow doesn't become apparent to the character behind the towel. And some other times you actually don't even know what to do. You will have to experiment quite a lot of times, but sometimes again it can be simple, it's just not apparent. The game itself also contains some pretty good voice lines and good storytelling. I mean, the lore itself is pretty intriguing. I mean, I've been quite invested in it so far, but unfortunately I had a few problems later on in the game. But at the beginning, the game is very good, and I mean it. This is one of those games that at first you may not like it, but it slowly but surely grows on you. And honestly, I'm glad that I actually checked out this game, because it was truly fun. Now, this is quite a rare moment for the gaming or mobile gaming community, as it is not very often that we get such a quality game. And honestly, I'm glad, because I thought that I would never actually find any good mobile games except for the popular ones. But of course, I would suggest that you guys yourselves actually go and check out this game, and you can of course come back and tell me what you think of it. Or even if you already played it, just comment it down. But for now, I'll see you guys to the next one.